Do not panic sell your crypto. Do not sell your crypto because you're bored. This is a real thing that I've seen completely destroy people's investment plan. I had a great conversation with somebody just recently that I haven't seen since 2022. It went like this. I keep getting wrecked. I said, why? Well, you remember in 2022 when it collapsed 80% and I got out? I was so frustrated. I didn't buy in 2022, 2023, and then boom, it went up in 2024 and I came rushing in. And then all these influencers told us it was going to be super high in 2025. And so I got pissed off and I sold again. And then it collapsed on 10/10/2025 and I could have got back in. I said, what did you learn? That crypto sucks. That's what I learned. I said, no, what you learned is that you're the exit liquidity. And what you learned is that you're following the masses in the 99%. Because the fact is, the 1% owns almost all of the wealth, more wealth than the middle class. And another fact is, only 10% of Americans hold equities. And what the rest of the people do is they get in when it's too high and they panic sell when it's too low. What you're experiencing right now and what you're going into is, listen to me, is called the boring phase. This is the phase where you get wealthy. It feels ugly, it feels like mud, it feels gross, you're frustrated, family's making fun of you. But let me tell you from a personal perspective. This is how I became a multimillionaire entrepreneur and a multimillionaire investor. Is I saw something unnatural in crypto. And I also saw psychological patterns that have happened over and over again. And I noticed something, that when the media would say, it's going here, about 30% to wherever they said it was going, it would come collapsing down. I'm like, who's doing that? Like, who is making that happen? Why on 10/10/2025 can a president of the United States do a tweet and liquidate 19 billion out of a crypto market? How can in 2008, all of a sudden one day, boom, the whole stock market collapses? How in 1929, boom, all of a sudden in one day, the whole stock market collapses? Is there a magic switch that somebody hits it? Guys, a market is a market is a market. You are the exit liquidity until you learn how the system actually works. You exit on the way up. You enter when everybody's fearful and panicking. And just like the conversation I had, when the guy was like, it's boring, it sucks, that's when you get in. So right now, when it's boring, it sucks, everybody's frustrated, just watch X. Influencers are changing their content. You'll hear them start saying the algorithm's all messed up. No, your content sucks. You're not documenting your journey. You're just trying to get clicks. That's a reality. People hate when influencers reach out to me and they want to talk about, how are you continuing to get views? Because I document my journey. I don't chase algorithms. I say the same shit every single day. I'm just saying what I do. That's it. I share my portfolio, my percentages. I don't chase fucking algorithms. I post what I actually do. I post my portfolio on Instagram. I post every once in a while, I post how much money I make. I have nothing to hide. It's all going to be public at some point anyways. And it's not even real. It's just this quantum money computer thing. I look at a computer and there's this amount of money in there. It's not even real. It's just energy. So the way you can figure it out is on X, when everybody's bitching and complaining about crypto. I'm giving up. That's when you get in. You do the opposite. It's that simple. And I know this is messages for you because you're about to give up. Family's making fun of you. Well, guess what? I went through the same stuff. I saw it was unnatural in 2020 to 2022, and I took profits off the table. I was like, am I doing the right thing? Well, guess what? It collapsed 80% in 2022, and I took profits. And guess what I did when it collapsed? I went back in, and it was boring in 2022, boring in 2023, and it started to get exciting in 2024. My XRP went up 800% when Trump got elected. And guess what I did? I pulled profits, and everybody made fun of me. They clowned me. I pulled 10% of 50% of my portfolio. Why would you sell XRP? Because they were in the euphoria stage. And then on 10/10/2025, when he sent that tweet and it collapsed down, guess what I did? I bought all the people's crypto that made fun of me because they were panic selling. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you do what the 99% do, you're going to get what the 99% get. 1% of the population has more wealth than the whole middle class. So should you be modeling the people online and their emotions, or should be modeling and watching what the 1% do? 1% don't have 401ks. They're not in assets or 401ks that they can't touch until they retire. They're moving their money back and forth based on macro and microeconomics. When gas prices are up, they're like, oh shit, inflation is coming. And they see an overvalued stock market like Warren Buffett, they pull into cash. They're moving through the system. So the boring is where you get wealthy. The excitement and greed is where you get the hell out and you build an infrastructure, safety, structure. So we built massive cash flow machines during the green. So when it comes red, we can feed the red with the green cash flow. So you need a system. You don't need the next best crypto. You need to stop panic selling and you need to build confidence. And remember, write this down. Green is red, red is green. So if you're truly in this for the long term and for legacy and you truly believe in what you're holding, then hold the line. When it's going red, bring your dollar cost average down. When it's going green, get a little bit off the table and build some cash value life insurance, get some precious metals, get some real estate, get some cash flow going. And stop believing these influencers telling you're going to be a multi-millionaire in the next 3 months. I've been at this for 9 years. I started my first business when I left banking in 2017. This is going on year 10 of grinding. So of course, when I say I'm a multi-millionaire investor and a multi-millionaire entrepreneur, I've been at it for almost 10 years. For the first 4 years, nothing worked out. I got the shit kicked out of me, and I'm glad I did because it taught me this wisdom. And so when people saw this overnight success, well, if you call overnight success thousands, look how many times I've posted, guys, on Instagram, 6,800 times. I think we put 16 pieces of content out a day. I've been posting nonstop since 2017. I've been building my businesses online since 2017. So the lesson in this is patience, persistence, and do the opposite of the 99%. So this message for that one person about to give up. Study the bamboo farmer and come back to this video. Love you guys. Warriors! Rise! Get your shit together. Let's go.